session. I'm Dr. Joshua Nderitu, a family physician. I have interest in public health and cancer prevention and treatment. Have you ever wondered why some people, it is so easy for them to lose weight, while others have to struggle, or why some people, their energy levels fluctuate despite eating the same food? Then, if you have these issues around you, this session is for you. Today, we are exploring the fascinating world of metabolism tracking tools, gadgets, and technologies that give us a window into how our bodies actually burn fuel. This is one of the trending issues these days, and one of the topics that is gaining interest in the world of nutrition, weight control, and also prevention and treatment of obesity, and also diabetes, and also hypertriglycemia. So, by the end of this talk, you have understood what these tools do, how they work, their benefits, limitations, and whether they are worthy trying for your health journey. Imagine this. You breathe into a small device, then within seconds, it tells you whether your body is burning fat or is burning carbohydrates. Or you wear a patch that reads your sweat and tells you how well you are hydrated, or if your glucose is spiking. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now. There are devices that can be able to track how your body is utilizing its energy, what it is utilizing, and also you are able to recognize how your body responds to various foods that you feed on. This could completely change how we approach weight management, fitness, and also disease prevention. With these metabolic monitoring devices and gadgets, then we can be able to look at different ways that people can change the way they utilize their body's energy and be able to control their weight and also their insulin and also the body metabolic state. So what are metabolism tracking tools? As I said, metabolism is the way our body uses energy. The various sources of energy, which include fat. You can be using energy from proteins or even carbohydrates. So the metabolism tracking devices are devices which are designed to measure how your body is using energy. Is your body using fats or is it using carbohydrates? Examples are gadgets like Lumen. This is a handheld breath analyzer. It's a small device that you hold it with your hand, you breathe into it, and then it has an app. And the app gives you a reading on, it has a scale of 1 to 5. Depending on what type of energy you are using, when you breathe into this device, it will measure the carbon dioxide in your breath. And this will be able to tell you, are you using more of the carbohydrates or are you using more of the fats? And then it can also be able to guide you on what to do to metabolize more of the fats than the carbohydrates, because it is the fats that are stored in your body that you want to metabolize. Then there are gadgets that are like the continuous glucose monitors. This is, you can use a patch that is put on your body, and it can be able to prevent the complications of glucose spikes which occur as a result of the food you eat. And the spikes trigger insulin secretion, which again triggers the body to start, which again triggers the body to start storing glucose into either fats or patches, and also biosensors. These are sensors that you put on your skin, and they are able to sense, depending on the composition of your sweat. They can tell you, are you well hydrated? Are you dehydrated? As you know, depending on how hydrated well, your sweat will change depending on these circumstances. And if you have these sensors, then they can tell you whether you are taking adequate fluids or you need to add on your fluid intake. So these gadgets, they give you real-time insights, unlike the traditional lab test, whereby we are used to, you come in the morning, you do fasting blood sugar, that is blood sugar before you are fed, or you do postprandial sugar, which is sugar 2 hours after you are fed, and then you can be able to pay how your sugar is falling. But when you have this continuous glucose monitoring gadget, then they can tell you how your sugar is changing hour by hour, depending on what you ate and also the activity that you are engaged in. So how do these metabolism tracking gadgets work? Lumen is, as I said, a handheld device which has been actually scientifically tested, and it has been shown that it is very accurate and it is very reliable. You hold it with your hand, it measures the carbon dioxide levels in your breath and estimates the fuel usage. Then, as I said, it has your metabolism, so it can help you decide to change the activity so that you are using more of the fats than the carbohydrates. Then you have the continuous glucose monitors. These monitor your blood glucose continuously, and they show you spikes, they show you dips after meals. And then you can monitor which foods are giving you the glucose spikes. Then the sweat sensors, as I said, these are patches that you put on your skin, and they track the electrolytes in your sweat. And they can be able to tell you how well hydrated you are, and also they can tell you what are the metabolic byproducts that you have in your sweat, and what are you using as your main source of energy because of the components of your sweat. So this way you can be able to tell, are you using carbohydrates, are you using fat as your source of energy. Then you also have the AI-based tools like the meal meter. These combine the physiological data and also machine learning to predict nutritional needs. So you can be able to tell what nutrients that you need, what you have been feeding on, and this way they will help you decide on how to change your diet so that you can be more nutritionally balanced depending on the foods available to you. So when you use these gadgets, as I said, they help you know what your body is using for its source of energy. And this way you can avoid foods that will make you use more of the carbohydrates, because they will make you gain weight, and they use more of the food that will help you use more of the fats than the carbohydrates. So the benefits of this metabolism tracking is, one, it gives you personalized feedback. This is personal because you are the one wearing the gadget, you are the one breathing into the Lumen gadget. And once you breathe into it, you see how much carbon dioxide is in your breath, and you can tell what you are using and what is the impact of the food that you eat. Then they help with the weight management by timing meals and also workouts, so that you can, when you feed, you work out, you can be able, because the breath changes and you can monitor it in the course of the day, like when you are walking, when you are in the gym, when you are lifting weights, what do you tend to use more? What food did you eat? What was the combination of the food? And then you can be able to adjust your diet so that you avoid eating excessively on the food that make you use more of the carbohydrates. Then they also help athletes in maximizing their performance. When you are using a particular kind of source of energy, then you can be able to build your energy and be able to exercise and bring your best in your exercise, in your athletic performance. Then they can also help people who have diabetes or pre-diabetes to manage their glucose better. Of course, like if you have the continuous glucose monitoring patch, then it tells you the variation of your glucose in the body depending on the food that you have eaten. And this will help you avoid the food that give you glucose spikes, and also maintain your glucose to the same level continuously without going low or without going very high. Then they also encourage health habits by showing real-time cause and effect. You can be able to know, if I eat this kind of food, this is what happens to my metabolism. If I do this kind of exercise, this is what happens to my metabolism. If I eat this kind of food, this is what happens to my blood glucose. So they help you to be more conscious of your habits, and you can be able to the habits that are detrimental to your health. So these are some of the benefits of using these metabolism trackers. Then we have some of the limitations of these gadgets, and also the criticism that they have received. One, the studies that have been done on these gadgets are small. So it is very difficult when you use a specific type of people to be able to the general public. And so this means that these tools, for them to be scientifically accepted, they need bigger studies that can be generalized to the general public. One of the tools that has been well studied and almost has been validated that it is reliable is the lumen, the breath analyzer. But the other tools, the studies that have been done, include very small groups of people, and so we need more data to see how reliable they are. Then the devices can be expensive, and this limits accessibility, because not everybody can be able to afford them. And we hope that as more studies and their reliability is studied on, then we hope that the prices will also become manageable. Then some of the studies and the research that has been done on them are funded by the companies that are approved by the company that are producing these gadgets. Of course, when you have a company that already has an interest, it's likely that the study will be biased to improving or approving them, because they really want to move them into the market, which might not be good for the general public. Then they also don't measure everything, like calorie burn, long-term healthy risk. And of course, in one of my previous videos, I've talked about preoccupation with the monitoring apps. This also can cause anxiety, that every time something, and this can cause anxiety. And then the anxiety then can also cause problems, which releases stress hormones like cortisol, and this puts you in an anxious mood, and can destabilize individuals, especially those people who have very low to their health monitoring issues. Then data without actions. If you just gather the data, then you don't use it to improve your health, then it's data without improvement in your health, and it's just a waste. So you have bought the gadget, you're monitoring, but you're not using this data to change your lifestyle. So they need to change your lifestyle so that you can live better, and also you can be able to improve your overall health. And this also can be able to help you decide on the foods that you are able to eat to maintain your sugar levels at a constant level. Then, so what is the future of these metabolic tracking gadgets? One, there is a need of integration of these metabolism tracking gadgets with AI and also apps, so that they can give you personalized diet coaching, which will help you. Seeing what data you are getting from the metabolism tracker, then you can use it to change your diet and change your lifestyle. And this way you can also be able to track and see which kind of exercises that are helpful to you to help you burn more fat, and consequently be able to lose weight. Then the sweat-based wearables, we will soon be able to monitor multiple bio-trackers. That is the direction that they are going into for now. So they can be able to monitor glucose, monitor cortisol, monitor uric acid, and this will be able to help you monitor several things at the same time. This will give you at least a better idea of how your health is. Then you have potential for chronic disease management. When you are able to use these tracking devices, then you are able to improve on your exercises improve on your sleep, improve on your diet, and this will help you manage conditions like obesity and even metabolic syndrome. And this will remove the stress of weight and the management of chronic diseases from the individuals who suffer from these conditions. And possibly you'll also get more data and be able to know why do some people gain more weight and not others. And this will be able to be generalized to the general public when more studies are done for the benefit of the majority. These gadgets could also transform preventive medicine into daily personalized healthcare. And this is what we are looking for. You don't want to generalize your decisions based on general population. You want things that are more specific to individuals based on their data so that they can be able to suit their adjustment to what suits their lifestyle. So what is the future of these tracking tools in health? They are certainly going to be game changers. They give a mirror to how our body responds real time. And remember, the tools only work if the information they give us, we are able to use it to change our lifestyle. So they are guides, but they are not magic bullets. They are not going to take off our responsibility on the choice of the food we eat, on the exercises that we do. So it still remains that yes, you have the information, but what do you do with it? Are you going to use it to improve your lifestyle and make your health better for tomorrow? So now I want to hear from you. From all these metabolic trackers, have you used any of them? Have you heard of things like Lumen? Have you heard of these continuous glucose monitors? Have you used them? And if you have not, and you have had them now, which one would you think are you feeling that could be of importance to you? And let's hear from you on the comments on this live chat comments section. And if you have found this session to be helpful, don't forget to like this video. Also remember to subscribe to the Overall Health YouTube channel for more science-backed videos on how you can change your lives. And also remember to share it with others so that together we grow in better health and we guard our health very strongly. Together, let's change our health and one insight at a time. So thank you for joining this live today. Remember, your health is your wealth. Knowledge is the first step in the transformation process. So it is good that you have heard this. Share it with others. And also remember to share what tracking gadget or app you are using and what has been the experience with it, so that others can also be able to hear about it and also be able to make informed choices of what metabolism trackers would be beneficial to them. Thank you very much for watching. Any comments? Okay. No comments. Sawa.